All right, let's see if I can get this one right. I won't. Welcome to Degenerate Nation podcast. Yeah, was that good, Wendy?
Yeah, that was super good.
All right, now the episode's gonna be terrible because my intro was perfect. Okay, so I have some news for the audience of 7 people. We were shadow banned, or maybe actual banned on one of our content, or one of our episodes was dropped from YouTube due to sexual nudity clause or something. First off, I don't know why they can't separate it. That nudity is, you can't have nudity in audio. So there goes that. But I guess that they just kind of, it's all in one clause or whatever. All in one, fuck you to us. So first off, I'd like to reiterate, yeah, you can learn something from this if you don't know much, right? Okay, on this podcast, just any of these episodes, you might learn a little bit here and there about depression or ridiculous impulsive thoughts and behaviors of the past, how to throw your 20s away, how to eviscerate your self-esteem one hookup at a time. I mean, I don't gamble your non-savings away perpetually until you finally win something and then it doesn't feel as good as you thought it would. You can learn that, but you're not going to learn how to get off, like, from our podcast. You're not going to literally get off sexually from our moaning of past, present, or future. You know how bad I want to moan right now? I don't need one of those fucking rubber band things that, like, you know those, like, what are they, for Catholics or something? Am I a bad Catholic for not knowing this? But, like, you know those rubber bands, like, for Lent or something, where you're like, oh, I shouldn't, and then you're like, I had a thought of an ice cream sandwich, and I'm like, boop. First off, if you're giving up something like ice cream for Lent, fuck you. Are you fucking serious? Lent? Ice cream for Lent? 40 days for no ice cream? Congratulations! Hope you lost all the weight in the world. And had no joy. Eat some fucking ice cream, dude. What are you fucking doing? Are you lactose intolerant? No. You know who isn't intolerant of ice cream? God or Jesus, okay? Or anyone that you believe in. Pretty sure, unless there's a dairy god that, or dairy demon? Like, unless there's a dairy demon, Wendy, don't you feel like that we're able to eat whatever? Unless there's specifically...
I think so.
Like, I understand that, like, the idea of the unclean animal, it's usually the pig, and in regards to Islam, and then also, is it Judaism, or there's, yeah, the kosherness, I'm not quite sure about that process. I really need to learn more. Again, this is not an educational show, but it is a comedy show, allegedly. So if you're laughing or not, it's still a comedy show. It could just be a shitty comedy show. We're like, we fucking suck. Okay, fine. But we're not trying to get you off. Trust me. Listen, Wendy. If anyone can get someone off with just their voice, it's Daddy, okay? If Daddy wants you to get off, you will fucking get off, okay? But I don't want you to get off.
Daddy.
I want you to suffer like me, okay? I want you all to suffer internally in an infernal combustion, okay? Of heat that is go squandered. All your love, all your heat for other people, other entities, I want it all squandered while you listen, okay? I want you to go dry for us, all right? Because that's what you deserve if you're listening to this. Okay, so is that enough for you, YouTube? Are you happy? Now I can't moan. Daddy's upset. Daddy's gonna explode off mic. I'm gonna explode so hard the windows will pop off from my screaming. And it won't sound sexy like it did before in dildo neuroticism where you can find on other platforms. But it's just going to be like, bad. It's gonna be bad, okay? Look, I understand the point. You're trying to protect audiences. But again, this is audio. I'm not saying something dastardly. So I'm just so confused why I lost the appeal that quickly. Was it because I was snarky? I was probably snarky. I understand. Look, I support that you have the rules, but, like, you know how many people had to watch all these, like, horrific videos for you guys to anyone to finally put AI in charge, and then the AI has no nuance whatsoever? So it's like, okay, for example, Wendy, and Wendy's taking notes today vigorously about this because Daddy knows what's up. Wendy has learned that Daddy knows all. and she takes notes on what Daddy says. You should all be taking notes on what Daddy says. So here's the thing. It has come to my attention. It has to my attention that Will is aware of the loophole in the algorithm or whatever. You can post bare or vaguely concealed with fishnet or mesh shirt, fucking see-through mesh, breastfeeding videos, right? Wendy's circling her hands around what would be construed if this was a sexual program as her breasts. Not touching, hovering around the breast. Does it violate the clause? Don't care. I want more breast hovering in my content. That's just me. That's just my red-blooded American ethos, okay? America! So you can watch fucking breastfeeding videos with fake babies that they're like really, it's just a ploy to advertise their OnlyFans. So they're like, I just farted so bad while talking about fake breastfeeding. I'm like arguing for why we belong and they do not. And then I fucking fart on air. Great. Awesome. I shot through a pair of underwear, farted through, I should say. This morning, I looked at my underwear, and there was 4 holes that weren't there before, and a fart stain, like a shart stain. And, like, do you think... I willfully talk about this stuff. You think I'm trying to get people off? Really? You know what? Hire me, Please hire me because I will do better than your algorithms. I watch and listen to any fucking crap you want me to, no matter how horrific it is. Does the check clear? Does it check clear? That's all I need to know. You want me to listen to some shit? I'll listen to some shit, okay? There has to be at least a become whole moment where whatever hours of content I've farted out of this mouth of mine, whatever I've moaned out, I want to redeem myself in inverse relation, or a matched relation. But I will be paid. I will be compensated very well. Okay, I'm a premium man. I have premium skills, and one of them is listening to shit for money. Okay, I was an audience member in LA. I've done this. I will clap. You want me to clap? Daddy will clap. Daddy will clap for you like you're a fucking shitty 4-year-old soccer player. Oh, good job. Yeah, go get the ball. Oh, you're one of the 19 kids chasing the ball and not the kid with the ball. Okay, my kid sucks. Okay, yeah, good job. Here's some fucking orange slices. I cut my fingers open cutting these orange slices, bled all over the counter. The maid cleaned it up. It's fine. Okay? Well, look, breastfeeding's okay, but a little bit of moaning, a little mock moaning is not. Well, and we talked about, Wendy, I'll fill you in. I don't know if you've memorized every episode ever. I mean, you'd have to be beyond the savant that I know you are to specifically remember a 17-minute episode from 3 years ago. But it's great. Honestly, I was impressed with it. We both got weird. There was some moaning, but it was mock moaning. I wasn't pleasuring myself. Maybe you were. I was not. Because that doesn't sound like I can't even say how I sound like. You can't censor audio, right? Like in the moment. So I'm not gonna edit this and go like start to come and be like, nope, just kidding, that wasn't coming. Do you think my coming actually sounds like ooh? I don't think it does. Okay?
No.
It sounds way better.
No.
It's amazing. I was a phone sex deviant for years, and I know what real moaning sounds like, okay? From my end. They could have been faking. I didn't care. Whatever got me off. But this does not get me off, okay?
Yes.
The idea of listeners don't get me off.
The lost episodes.
Oh, there's going to be like a DVD release or an audio tape or some cassette. A secret, like, fucking underground cassette of us just, like, moaning and playing copyrighted music while we moan. Going to the patent office to file a copyright and then come all over the page. I don't know. Like, all over the whatever it's called, the file, the briefing. Oh yeah. Oh wait. I don't know. I can't even simulate a noise anymore, right? I mean, I can, but I will get beat off the air. But yeah, Wendy, help me out. Help my brother out here. Help a daddy out.
Yes.
What is your...
I've never actually fingered a brief or an application down at the patent office.
Yeah.
I can finger it out, I suppose.
Patent trade office, patent trade coming. Listen,
right.
Do you feel like there should be a breastfeeding loophole on YouTube?
There should be all kinds of loopholes.
Am I a breastfeeding narc? Can I get paid to be a narc? I would love it. I'll do anything for money. You know this. God, I'll do anything. I mean, I work with fucking kids, for Christ's sake. You think I won't do anything for money? I mean, have you worked with children before? I'm not even a teacher. I'm just feeling fucking like a punching bag, and I don't punch back, like that. I just verbally spar and be like, no, what you're doing, little Johnny, is unacceptable. Unacceptable. And they're like, they get this face, and you're
Johnny
like...
would get shadow banned, too.
Yeah. All the kids that I mentor are definitely getting shadow banned. They all want to be YouTubers, right? Everyone wants to be a fucking YouTuber. Congratulations. So that's the new sweatshop, then, is like every kid getting like pennies on the cent, cents on the penny to talk about video games or some shit. Great. Awesome. Great job, education department. Awesome. Everyone wants to work for free on the internet. That's great. Awesome. Good job. Bang up job, guys. Bang up job, Department of Education. Awesome. Society is crumbling, and we're breastfeeding? We're breastfeeding on the internet, and that's okay? And this isn't? I can't fucking come on my own show? Who pays for the show? I pay for the show. Who comes on the show? Nobody. Okay? And if that's the price to pay, well, I will pay it. I will pay that price. I will raw dog this show every goddamn episode. Okay? God damn it. Wendy.
Celibate listeners. Oh, no. I don't know if I can handle celibate listeners.
This is No Nut November, except it's not November. It's just every fucking episode. I can't come in my own pants on an episode. Okay, that's fine. I accept you, YouTube. I accept you. This is my acceptance, okay? However, I'm going to point out what you're allowing, which is breastfeeding videos with fucking baby dolls that aren't real. What if they had like a fucking Tickle Me Elmo doll and it's like, like while it's breastfeeding, like this? That's okay. And I'm going to show a fucking screen capture of this maybe as the picture. The blurred out breast, but like a clear fucking baby doll with an OnlyFans thing. Should we get an OnlyFans?
Yes, I think so. And I think that they allow breastfeeding videos with fake dolls because they're fake breasts.
On YouTube?
Yes.
I think there should be a rule.
Real.
I think there should be a rule.
Loophole.
There should be a loophole, but this should be the rule. If you want fake breasts, you gotta have a real baby. If you want real breast, fake baby, I think that's fine. But have it both ways. BK lets you have it your way. Why doesn't YouTube? That's all I'm saying. I'm just feeling a little hypocritical. Really hypocritical. Wrong. Breastfeeding, wrong. Yeah, disgusting, weird, strange. What's that?
It's hard to get up to that level of BK.
I know, it's a great jingle, though. It's great. I don't understand. I mean, I know I went on a turbo rant about America last night, and now it's like, I feel like we're being pushed into a lane, and I don't know how comfortable I feel with it. So, Wendy, we're going to circle back business language to breastfeeding errors, but did you hear about that fucking Disneyland fight?
I did.
Did you watch it?
I did. They were all dressed up in Mickey Mouse ears. It was just insane.
Wait, both families had their fucking ears on?
Yes. I didn't know whether to vote for Mouse Ear Family A or Mouse Ear Family B while I was watching them in the lane. You know how they have those little pedestals with the velvet ropes to keep you in? Yeah. And it looked like it was set up temporarily. I think the main one were the actual gates.
Okay.
The metal gates to keep you in line were being repaired. So they had set up this kind of like temporary velvet rope line so that you're in the queue to get on Splash Mountain. And it just escalated because one kid decided that he wanted to hang off the velvet rope. It knocked over the bar, and then the pedestal came down, and then the one family said, okay, well, now, even though the pedestal's down, now there's not a lane, so I can cut ahead of the other family.
What?
And then the dad, like, looked at the other mother and said, you and the B word. And then she's like, oh, you're calling me up? What's your wife? She's a C word. And
we can say bitch and cunt, Wendy. You can say bitch and cunt at Disneyland. You can say it on our show. Bitch and cunt. Cunt and bitch. Bitch and cunt. We don't write those words that much, but we'll use them because they're part of the American language. They're part of the American lexicon. America is cuntier than it's ever been. Oh, shut up. Shut up. I gotta pause you. You're on pause. You're on pause. Shut. Quiet. Quiet. Okay. Yeah, Daddy fixed the audio situation. Back to Disneyland. So, editor's note. Not that we have an editor, but it was called, the ride was called or it's not a ride, it was a performance, right? Called Phantasmic. The fuck is that? Is that Fantasia?
I think it's a cross between an orgasm and a light show.
Orgasmic Disney light show? Okay. I'm looking up Phantasmic show. What is this shit? It's a show and fireworks featuring here's direct from Disneyland. Featuring stunning effects, thrilling stunts, dazzling pyrotechnics, and rousing music. This larger-than-life show is painted on a grand canvas of dancing water and light, overflowing with silly and suspenseful surprises. It will leave your entire family smiling from fun. God damn it, I can't even read their fucking bullshit. Entire family smiling from ear to ear. You know, unless they're fucking punching each other while their Mickey ears are flying off. And did anyone try to like smother anyone else with Mickey ears? That would be awesome. In front of other children and families.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I just was really upset that even though by going into the park, you're pretty much waiving the right to sue if a ride or attraction causes a seizure. But they didn't sign off that a ride or an attraction would cause pandemonium.
Oh, I mean, these people are trash, dude. This is like, it's not like, it's the most magical place if you're a fucking child. If you're not, it's for trash, okay? Like, look, let's be clear. Disneyland and Disney World aren't lining up to endorse our show or sponsor our show. So I'm not saying the product is trash. No, quite far from it. It's lovely, right? But if you're a grown-ass fucking adult and you have no children, go somewhere else. Go fucking somewhere else. Like, at least go to a convention. Like, why are you going to, like, oh, I get going to the Star Wars ride. That shit is dope. And maybe go to a couple shops. But that's like a day. But you're going there for a fucking week? What, are you going to ride the Star Wars ride 7 times, 12 times, 50 times? It's the only thing that I could see, like, you go to the Epcot Center, it's like, it just makes you want to go to the actual place, not just like, oh, the China's right next to Japan, cool. Like, or China's next to fucking, like, Indian, you know, like, Budapest or whatever, and you're like, oh, I want to get some Budapest kebabs or whatever they have in Budapest. I don't travel. I'm an idiot. I'm poor. I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. I'm banned from YouTube. I suck. I fucking suck, Wendy, and I can't even come. I can't come.
I can hear the frustration in your voice.
I'm so frustrated. I need to come.
Do you think that you would come on the crime scene videos of the Disneyland?
No.
I mean,
God damn it. Oh, no.
Well, it was terrible. I mean, they just a photo of a torn out weave on a Mickey Mouse ear. It was terrible.
If it was Pleasure Island, and it really was, every single person was digitally verified that they were 21 to go to Pleasure Island. I think it's 21. I think it's 18, actually. Fuck. No, maybe it's 21. Maybe. What if there was a club that was only adults, and there was a fight on Disney property, and I'm sure there is all the time, because I've seen it more than one time. It's always going to happen. They're trash people that go there. Fucking trash people. Trash adults. Some of them have children, and they act like fucking trash. Like they act like, God damn it, Wendy, they act like undecided voters. Would I get off to a fight scene? Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm not that far gone yet because I think that's a level below like masturbating to bum fights, but like because that was a thing. Not that I view them as bums, but that's what was literally called bum fights. But no, I haven't masturbated to fight footage yet. But am I intrigued by it in a non-sexual manner? Yes, very much so. I remember watching, like, you ever watch, like, some type of riot coverage on TV? And you're like, should I have popcorn? Should I get popcorn right now?
I did that for videos of Black Friday shoppers.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I feel like, okay, so, like, that's innocuous because it's like, oh, consumerism has taken over. And it's kind of funny to see these fucking morons fight each other for a $17 discount on shit they don't need and will never use. Like, your relatives that you're buying this shit for, or yourself, they're not going to love you anymore because you fought somebody for a fucking 2024 equivalent of a fucking stereo. Like, who cares? I would love to, like... Oh, this is a blood gift, by the way. It's like the poor person's equivalent of a blood diamond. It's just like, I fought someone and I bled for this item at Target or Walmart. It's usually like Walmart. But, like, that's great. I love it. I tried to commission a painting of orcs descending on on a Walmart on Black Friday. My buddy, actually, I bought him art supplies, and he lives in fucking China now. If you're listening, Beardo, you owe me that fucking painting. And if you're an artist, I will pay you to paint that or draw that because I want it. So listen, where can they send that to and a request for payment?
DegenerateNation@gmail.com.
Awesome. Do we have a Patreon?
Patreon.com/DegenerateNation.
That's right. So you should support us because we just got banned from YouTube once, and it's gonna happen again, I'm sure. I mean, it's just inevitable, right? Because it's a moving target trying to please that situation. And we're not even trying to get money. We're just trying to, like, increase the brand because some people access their stuff different. And you would see the fucking... I'm going to read some of these fucking things that we get searched off of. This is fucking hilarious, by the way. Maybe it comes off... maybe it comes off on this, yeah. So, thanks to our 8 subscribers. That's cool. We love you, subscribers. So, anyways, the analytics here. It's inspiration? No, not inspiration. Content. Penetration, basically. How viewers find your videos. 75.8% in the last 28 days, which is relevant, or suggested videos. So here are some of the content suggesting us. Okay? I'm going to just cherry pick the best ones because we don't have a lot of time for that shit. Something about Jordan Peterson, so that's controversial for some reason. Joe Rogan, Russell Crowe episode, okay. Full story, I revealed her dirty little secret. And this is...
Playing Wordscape's only 10 minutes a day.
That's a fucking word... What is Wordscape? You play that game?
I don't.
Okay. I revealed her dirty little secret before I was gone for good, okay? So one of those clickbait things, right? So we love our clickbait. Hold on, back at us. By the way, go back and listen. If you want me to hear me fucking lose my fucking shit, which I'm sure you do, go back one episode to America, a Degenerate Meltdown. Did I have a meltdown last night, Wendy?
I'm not the most terrible one I've heard from you, but it was I classified it.
Was it passionate?
Yes.
A lot more passionate than I usually have about much. So I don't know. I just I feel like we're at a loss of how to move forward as a country and unite people. I don't think it feels like it's never going to happen again. And so we might as well call it what it is, like a fucking shit show, a meltdown of epic proportions. You know.
Well, if we can't moan on YouTube, what hope is there?
I know. Well, there's one thing called The Reality of Being a Prostitute with a subtitle. 2 people clicked from that. Threesomes, orgasms, blowjobs, and oh my. Okay, so something else. So you can talk about that. That's okay. Is it educational? It's probably fucking OnlyFans content. Oh my god. Sexy Mummy porn. MUMY. I don't know what that is. 18 plus. So at least it has that. The world's whitest audience member. It's probably from a black comedian or something. Brie got facial feminization surgery. Don't know what that is. Don't care. Matt Friendzone. That's probably a what?
Are you reading from YouTube or OnlyFans?
No, this is content. Uses existing YouTube content that suggested us. Like one of our videos. Trying kratom potions in Thailand. That's cool.
Could talk about my chasm.
Yeah, there's some characters. I think it might be Mandarin. I'm not really sure. I'm not well versed in languages that have characters like that because to us those are weird, right? Or not weird, but like different. We don't know. We're like, oh, that's weird because we can't fucking read it. So we're just like, oh, it's weird, yeah, whatever. But to them, in other places, well, other parts of the world learn other languages, so maybe not. But like they look at English letter alphabet and are like, what the fuck is that shit? I don't know what that means. So I'm just gonna assume it's just donkey punching or something. It's just ridiculous, man. Beach babes on how long should a guy last? There will never be another Shane Gillis. Okay. Where is Chandler from Mr. Beast? The 69-year-old is OnlyFans top 1%. Like, what the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this shit? I mean, I don't understand. Mother discovers the shocking secret of son. Okay. Revenge porn full movie Lifetime movie network. What? Little House on the Prairie season 1 episode. Okay. All right, so we're all over the place. So this is an arbitrary digital universe. There are rules until there's not rules. There are no rules until there are rules. There is coming and there is not coming. Am I coming right now silently? Maybe. Probably not. Because I'll never come again, YouTube. Thank you. Okay, so Disney fights, I like it. I gotta be honest, I fucking love that shit. But do I want my younger relatives or friends' kids or anything to witness that? No. But am I glad it happens and for strangers to witness that? What do you think, Wendy?
It is the most magical place on earth.
That's why. Because you can fucking lose your mind. You're paying like $2,000, upwards of $2,000, probably more, for a family to go for a couple days, just for the park passes or whatever. And you just get in a fucking brawl with another family that you didn't know. You didn't know them. And suddenly that's your territory. Your spot in line to see some fucking fireworks, some Jungle Cruise bullshit. Like, whatever the bastardized version of Pirates of the Caribbean where they don't try to grope. Like, what? They're fucking pirates! You can't have fake pirates, bro. Jesus Christ. I mean, your main character in the movie, they went halfway with it, down the line with it. It was like, really like lecherous and just drunk and shit. And like, that's what the pirates were. That was a tame version of the Pirates of the Caribbean. First off, it's the Caribbean, not the Caribbean. You can't even, like, get the fucking pronunciation right first. This anti-pirate bullshit has got to stop. I am the captain now. This is my podcast now. What?
Oh, I like all of my Jack Sparrows to be rum soaked.
I wanted, like, I'd watch Jack Sparrow and Elizabeth Turner, like, fucking themed, like, movie, like, yeah, I'd watch animated cells. I want 2D animated cells of Jack Sparrow penetrating Elizabeth Turner. It's consensually, obviously, YouTube. Thank you. And then I want somebody breastfeeding in the corner, like, just kind of like sheepish, like, it's fine. Whatever. We're pirates. I'm a wench. I gotta feed this kid or this fake baby, and this is my OnlyFans. All right, so
yes,
should we join OnlyFans?
A baby on a peg leg.
You know what? Let's look up OnlyFans right now. I'm gonna look. Hey, we're on YouTube right now, looking up OnlyFans. What are you gonna do about that?
I'm gonna do it.
There we go. God's gonna give it to him. X's gonna give it to him. So OnlyFans registration, OnlyFans creator page, creator rules.
What are the rules?
Right? I mean, are there any? Terms of service. Okay.
Your credit card has to clear. That's a rule.
That's probably number one. Okay. Terms of service. Okay. What the fuck? So legalese. Can you use Cash App for this shit? Okay. To use OnlyFans, you must first register and create a user account on OnlyFans. You must provide a valid email address, a username, and a password to authenticate using a valid Twitter or Google account. Your password should be unique. Yeah, right. I use the same fucking one. And must comply with, I can't fucking read, turning in a will, with the technical requirements of the OnlyFans site for the composition of passwords. To register as a user, are you walking this down? Write it down for Dad. Take notes for Daddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking notes.
Are you taking notes for Daddy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Daddy.
Okay. You must be at least 18 years old, and you will be required to confirm this. If the laws of the country or state province where you live provide that you can only be legally bound by a contract with us at an age which is higher than 18 years old, then they're fine with that. You must be permitted by the laws of the country or state province where you are located to join OnlyFans, and to view any content available on and to use any functionality provided by. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. You must provide such information or verification records as we require. Okay. Was like signed titties or something, probably?
You gotta sign with your nipple print.
I need like a streamer coming out on my piss hole, right? Your commitment to us. When you register with and use OnlyFans, you make the following commitments to us. Ooh, we're committing. Are you hear that, YouTube? I'm ready. Commit to OnlyFans, and I'm going to advertise like the breastfeeders on YouTube. Is that what you want? Is this you want fake titty feeding as advertising for a more successful version of Creator Studios or whatever? To like, that's what you want? You'd rather have AI scrape every transcript or audio transcript, and you have some fucking Terminator level technology, fucking Skynet to cut out comedy podcast fake moaning. Okay. But this is okay. And we're going to continue to read the rules on how to join OnlyFans. So, you consent to receiving communications from us electronically. Yeah, okay. So I just won't use our name unless they ask for it.
Okay.
Okay, so this is fine. Okay. Rights we have. Okay, including the suspender and terminator account. Okay, but not blah, blah, blah. This is fine. Alright, we're going to do it.
Okay.
We're going to join OnlyFans.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to fucking join OnlyFans. Okay, so what should we post that's different on there? Obviously, we're not putting our faces. We're not putting our real names unless they ask for it just on the registration thing. I would use mine. But can we warp it so it's like a weird Etsy type of thing? Like a puppet show? Like, I'm going to look this up. Because I have this idea for a puppet show thing that's not... It's like it's like a joke, semi-serious, kind of jokey, like, modern take on, like, two adults that are, like, anxious Mr. Rogers type people. And I don't want to explain more because someone's gonna steal my idea. Just kidding. But I think a different version of that could be easily done on OnlyFans, you know? Puppet shows with masks. We're wearing face masks, and we do a puppet show, and we talk about where the fuck we want.
Can my puppet have a dildo?
Yeah. I would encourage it to have a dildo.
Okay.
I mean, so it's just like, if it's just like silly, but like, we're not in our faces, we're not naked, it's just like, it'd be fucking hilarious to have an OnlyFans show that's just like, we didn't know it wasn't for like, it was for sex. Just like a puppet show on fucking OnlyFans. A not for kids puppet show, but it's not like,
I would like, yes.
no nudity, but it's just like, puppets.
Can my puppet be pudding wrestling your puppet?
How's it gonna do that?
Well, like, we could both have our own little pudding thing. And we could, like, dip
Okay,
our
I mean, if we do,
pudding.
so we do a Zoom call, we learn how to block out our names, and we record a Zoom on OnlyFans.
Because I'm a little window on the top, and you're the window in the middle.
Oh, my puppet is definitely not a power top or a power bottom. He's just a guy that gets fucked or fucks. It's just like whatever I needed to. I'm not even a switch because switch implies that like you kind of chose, right? Oh, I go either way. No, it's like you just do the thing. Like I'm like my puppet is like the slop bucket guy. He's like,
Oh.
it doesn't not as necessarily like seeks out a role of like cleaning things or whatever the stereotypical like bottom of the totem pole thing is, because I think it's a noble profession because you're literally keeping people healthy and safe, right? Because it's what you're fucking doing. You should respect to those people, okay? Fuck you if you're not kind to people that clean and make stuff for you. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Go somewhere else. But I'm talking about the people that will like willfully do this. They're attracted to a situation, and then they'll find the bottom of that situation no matter what, and they belong there. They feel like they're nesting. I'm talking about nesting in the fucking subterranean depths of hell of any situation they find themselves in. I'm talking about those people. Can we have that puppet, and can it be played by me?
Yes.
I want this as like a broken down puppet show on OnlyFans.
Okay.
Should just like people waiting for the bus.
Oh, that would be a good episode.
But isn't that like that's like South Park, right? Nah, we're not. But that's kids. We're not. There's no kids. Again, YouTube, if you're listening, when we're promoting our OnlyFans show on your platform, which you clearly allow because breastfeeders are doing this all over the place. And I'm not talking about like an artistic breastfeed, like at the end. Spoiler alert: the end of the book, Grapes of Wrath. There's a breastfeeding scene, and it's
Ooh.
tragic and amazing, and that's artistic. Now that's artistic breastfeeding, okay? But if you're pretending to breastfeed a baby, what's that?
Can our puppets relive that scene?
Can our puppets breastfeed?
Relive the Grapes of Wrath scene.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Have you read that?
No, I did not read it.
Nobody that either listens to or participates as a contributor to Degenerate Nation fucking reads at all. Like I read some, but not much, and you guys don't read at all, and it's awesome actually. I support it. I don't think you should read. Daddy prefers it when you don't read. It's like I heard that like fucking like the Amish like knock out their teeth so they don't have to go to the dentist because it's hard to go to the dentist when you have to go on a buggy and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is like that's
Do-it-yourself dentistry?
what? Yeah, they self dentist.
Do-it-yourself dentistry?
Yeah, they fucking like do it. They just knock their teeth out. And at first, I'm ignorant, so I'm like, and it's ironic that you're reading about the Amish on an electronic device, a little bit. Maybe not, but like I thought it was just the women, right?
Okay.
And no, not because of the blow factor. Like I'm not about Amish women churning butter for 10 hours, building homes, helping build the homes, rearing the children, and then fucking giving gummers to Ezekiel and Jacob like night and day. Like, no, that's not a good life. I'm sorry. But no, apparently the men do it too. So it's like there's just like some like fucking like amateur Amish dentist that just like, I'll take him out. That's fine. I've done it before. Here's my card. Don't look it up though. You don't have to Google me. Don't bang me. Please don't bang me. Trust me. I'm an Amish dentist. I've very, very experienced removing teeth from Amish, allowing them to gum their partners better.
Bang people anyway.
Yeah. So you're like the Amish is gumming their partners. So like it's just fucking weird, right? Like this is how people live. I mean, I don't understand. They're willfully isolated. They weren't just like in an isolated place like that no one got to and were like, let's just keep this going, right? Like maybe a couple people know about the outside world and like these Amazonian type tribes or like really far away places, right? Siberia or like parts of I don't know. There are parts of Indonesia's pretty populated, so I don't. But I know there's a lot of islands there. The ones where the fucking Komodo dragons come. Are there tribes that are Komodo tribes or something? Are there dragon people? I don't know. But like you know what I'm talking about. Like there was a natural isolation there. There's not like it's like that fucking M. Night Shyamalan movie where they're like The Village, right? Where they're actually like in real life America in the 2000s or whatever, and they just choose that and they try to prevent people. Sorry, I'm spoiling movies from 2006. Oh, oops. And a novel from the 30s. Fuck me. Am I gonna copyright blown or whatever there? I mean, you have to gum somebody that works at YouTube. What happens next? I can't wait. Oh, so basically, like these Amish, they don't just do it for the women to oppress women. Apparently, not that they don't oppress women. I'm not really sure. But I'm. You know, we're in the position where we're talking about Wendy. We're talking about taking away the right to choose, right? And that phrase only applies to making sure. How do we say this delicately? Making sure that parts that make babies don't become babies.
Okay.
I guess, and that's choosing. Anything else is not. How do they get branding on choice? Right. That's the only thing we hear about. Choice. That's the only choice we hear about. Okay. Anyways, but like that, we're in a world where that's become a hot button issue again. Still, even though Roe versus Wade, I guess it was overturned. It was a court decision. But it was 51 or more years ago. I think it was like 50 plus years ago. It was over, and then it was overturned last year. But like, I don't know. It's just they're not that far behind as far as like women's right. Like the rest of the world is still like really bad about it, and this is why U.S. soccer dominated for that long and still does. U.S. basketball too, because it's like women have hobbies in America. A lot of them, maybe not all of them. But if they grew up with any access to anything, then yeah, they probably developed hobbies. And one of those hobbies is being able to complain about stuff, right? Like, it's an American privilege. It's not a right, it's a privilege. Because, yeah, you have a right to freedom of speech, but we talked about this last night. Like, you can complain about shit, and then you can be like, you're fired, or you're dumped, or fuck you. But it's a privilege to even be able to do it and not be able, like, oh, that's just Meredith, you know? Like, no, it's not. Like, other countries don't have this option to complain. Look at, like, we're not going to name names. We want those fucking countries listening to us, right? Maybe this is an outlet for them, so we don't want to say anything. I just particularly identify them. But, like, look, like, other places don't have it the same way, and some probably have it better, and that's okay. But, like, we need to save Amish teeth, okay? This is bullshit. Go to the fucking dentist, dude. The dentist fucking sucks, okay? No one wants to go to the dentist. But you're choosing not to even have that as an option. Dental anxiety is not a thing because you just don't go. You can't go on a buggy 20 miles. Get a fucking better horse, dude. Paul Revere's horse went through, like, god-awful situation probably and he didn't ask to do that. He wasn't part of the revolution. He just fucking, someone gets on his back and he fucking works him and then he goes and saves America or whatever the fuck history wants to tell you. Right? What am I talking about, Wendy? You gotta save me.
I'm gonna disagree with you, actually.
Okay.
Because my new hobby is now going to be creating an OnlyFans page called Amish Gummy Bears.
They're gonna gum their food and stuff? I love it.
I don't know. Yeah, in the candlelight.
We're gonna get into Amish supplements. We're gonna get big time in Amish supplement business, right?
Homeopathic remedies.
Homeopathic Amish remedies for everything that ails them, or we can say that ails them because they don't read, so they don't fucking read anything. Obviously, look at
They
them.
read the paper in front of the firelight.
They do? What paper?
Mm-hmm.
What fucking paper
The
are they
Amish
reading?
paper. The Amish, they print a newspaper.
They have a printing press?
Yeah, it's not electric, but they can.
Well, it's funny
yeah,
because
they have a paper.
they barely hit the cutoff for what they're allowed to do with printing press. Like that was 1500s, and it was Steve Gutenberg's ancestors, right? Invented the printing press in the 1500s, and
German.
yeah, but like, where the Amish cut off their like activities at like the 1700s, 1600s, late 1600s.
You mean when they stop advancing?
Well, they stop like they advance they like creep along just to like so they can still get anyone to buy into it, but like that isn't already born in that isn't like didn't have Rumskiller or whatever it's fucking called Rumspringer, and I was like, ooh, I think I'm gonna suck some dicks and like do cocaine. Hey, if you're listening, you're Amish. Don't tell Ezekiel or your dad or whoever it is, okay? Because I don't want you to get in trouble with an Amish dad. That's not cool. I don't know what y'all do for discipline. I don't want to know.
Maybe they're listening to us on Rumspringer.
Oh, we're getting so many. When is Rumspringer? Look it up. Bing it right now. Do it. Do you have your phone on you?
When is it? Oh, I believe it's between 16 and 18 years of age. They're coming of age.
No, when in the year? When in the year? It's in the spring, right? Rumspring.
I would think so.
Okay. When the fucking year is it? When is this? When is this in the year?
I'm not sure. I can't look it up.
I'm looking it up. Okay, so it's between...
Okay.
For Amish youth, the Rumspringer normally begins at age 16 and ends when a youth chooses either to be baptized in the Amish church or leave the community. Wait, can you go on Rumspringer for like 10 years? Oh
Why
my
not?
god. You
if
can.
you don't know, you don't know.
Then you just come back and like, hey, I'm back. Take care of me. Just all I have to do is raise this barn. This is amazing. So, this is awesome.
It's an untapped resource.
I'm surprised I never hooked up with an Amish, to be honest.
You may have, and she never told you.
She didn't tell me. Do you think I pulled out of a Rumspringer girl at some point?
Well, you had to pull out. You don't ever use condoms.
Fuck no. Rumspringer withdrawal method is very popular.
And Amish people don't use condoms either, so.
And they don't because they're not made of, they're like made in a factory, right?
They can use things that are made in a factory. They just can't use electricity.
Well, what's electric about condoms? You fucking used one? There's no
Nothing.
spark at all. It's fucking dull as shit. Don't use condoms.
But they just want to spawn as many children as possible.
Oh yeah, no, I'd rather they don't use birth control of any type, including like rhythm or like methods of like
it's God's
tracking your
will
period.
when the babies are made.
Yeah, I guess so. That's cool. I mean, one would argue differently if they believed in, if they support abortion or the quote unquote right to choose, trademark right to choose TM. I would say that they would say it's God's will that we have free will to then choose to whether or not to keep the parts of the possibility of a baby, right? So that's our right to. That's our free will. So this is like Amish versus like modern. Most people think that it's like, okay, I might not agree with aborting a fetus or zygote or whatever you want to call it, cells. I don't agree with it, but I support someone else's like, desire or need to do that or want to do that.
Okay.
Right. I feel like that's.
Ezekiel wants to put a rubber in his wallet, he can.
Yeah.
And if Mabel wants to go to the clinic and get an abortion, she should be able to.
That's in one awkward buggy ride.
It would be very quiet.
That's a lot. It'd be funny though if like someone if someone's driving the buggy or they get like a buggy version of Uber, right? And someone has a fucking radio, they're allowed to hear it. they just can't like use it themselves. They can't change the dial. So they literally can't change the song themselves. Right? They get asked and the driver's like, "Nope. I am the captain now. I'm the abortion buggy captain now." And so like here's the thing. What if it's the song is just like Brick by Ben Folds 5 on repeat on a loop, and they're just sitting there for 45 fucking minutes to go like 2 miles away to the abortion clinic that's right near an Amish community, right on Runspringer. Let's go! Is that the... Should we...
And Mabel's filling out the form. Do you have someone to drive you after the procedure? Well, does a buggy ride count?
Okay, so I think there's a lot of money to be made here. It's Amish buggy rides, no question asked. And then we sell them the gummy prescriptions too on the way. We RX the shit out of those Amish.
Uber?
Amish Uber, yeah. It's like, you know, every driver name you see it's just like they just call you on like a fucking radio or something that's okay to use for some reason. I don't know.
They can go to a neighbor's house and use the phone.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh, we're going to have a neighbor that's just a total plant that has everything you need. And they're like, yep. Oh, we'll call him, and then he's got the account and everything. Ooh. And we can track who's graduating to Rumspringa.
Mm-hmm.
Because we send away catalogs, right? And then we get their info from catalogs. They don't have to give an email address.
As long as make sure that the text is big because they have to read by firelight.
I know. That's true. So we got to start stocking the Amish with things they can get, and then we play it. It's a long game until post Rumspringa. Does that make sense? Am I an evil genius? Are we fucking amazing or what?
Daddy's amazing.
Daddy's amazing. What are we calling this business overall? There's an umbrella thing, the master umbrella. It's just like that's just servicing the Amish in ways that still are respectful of their faith, minus playing Brick on the fucking buggy radio. That's a mandatory situation. They need to make sure it's the right choice for them. It's important because no one should have to look back and be like, I should have gone the other way, right?
I think so.
It's a one-way buggy.
Name for it.
What is it?
So we're gonna join the words buggy and Uber and call it Boober.
Boober?
Boober.
Boober? Amish something. Fuck. Gummies. Gumming down fetal cells to like... Oh God. I need to go. Churn. It's just called churn. Churner.
Okay. I'm going to go churn some butter.
Churner. Like CHURNR.
Got it.
Alright, I'm going to get off air so I can go come. And like, I'm going to explode. And I wish you could hear it on YouTube, but you can't. Sorry, fuck you. Bye.
Sorry.
Say something to Daddy real quick.
Daddy.